Good afternoon. Today I'd like to tell you about the holiday, the European Day of Languages. This holiday is celebrated on the 26th of September. It had been signed into power by the Council of Europe under the auspices of the European Union on the 6th of December in 2001. Next, please. Okay, now we start the discussion about this holiday. In the first place, we should comprehend the aims of this big day. Well, the European Union wants people to learn at least one foreign language. It follows that the main aims of this holiday are mainstreaming into learning foreign languages to improve the level of the international understanding. The second one is display the wealth of different languages and their cultures. And the last one is encourage people who learn foreign languages. Next, please. The second station of our discussion is linguistic statistics. The statistics says that there are 225 languages within the European territories. 2/3 of these languages are considered to be Gonan. Next, please. According to the 7th publication of Ethnologies, the largest amount of people consider Spanish as the native language, 227 million. Nevertheless, English language is used in 106 countries, whilst Spanish just in 31. It's worthy of note that, next please, it's worthy of note that the Russian language lies in the 4th place for the number of natural speakers, and it's used in 17 countries. Well, now it's time for insider tips. Almost is the longest English word holding the alphabetic arrangement. There are no words in English that rhyme with month, orange, purple and silver. The longest English word without any vowels are syzygy and rhythms. The oldest word in English is town. Not many folks know that English goodbye sounded different in the past. It was God be with you. In fact, in Great Britain, second language skills can raise wages around $180,000. Next, please. The name of Spanish island, Curacao, translates as fried priest. Next. The most ancient letter, which is still pronounced, is O. It's used in 65 alphabets all over the world. Pinocchio translates from Italian as the pine knife. Next. I want to finish my speech with a quotation of Federico Fellini. A different language is a different vision of life. Develop yourself, learn foreign languages, and you will be able to see common things in a different light.
The highlight of the European Year of Languages in 2001 was the European Day of Languages, which was celebrated on 26 September in 2001. So, on the eve of the closing events of the year, the Council of Ministers of the European Union decided to declare the European Day of Languages to be celebrated on 26 September each year. It's aimed to encourage language learning across Europe. The general objectives are alerting the public to the importance of language learning and diversifying the range of languages learned in order to increase prolingualism and intercultural understanding. The second one is promoting the rich linguistic and cultural diversity of Europe, which must be preserved and fostered, and encouraging lifelong language learning in and out of school, whether for study purposes, for professional needs, for purposes of mobility, or for pleasure or exchanges. Next. Who can participate and how? So everyone can get involved in some way to celebrate the European Day of Languages, whether it's an individual or in a group within an organization or just among friends. So you can contribute to the success of the ideal by taking part in the organized activities or come together with others and setting up an event. There are a vast number of ways in which you can celebrate the day. It depends on the time and means you have available. These go for simple, such as film events, like you can organize a film evening showing movies on different languages, or the more resource-intensive, such as large-scale media events. Next. So basically, each country can participate, but to make it more official, the Council of European Union asked to participating countries to nominate their national relay persons, and their function is to act as a multiplier for organization, schools or associations circulating information communicated by the Council of Europe. For example, the press release of the Council on the day, which the relays are invited to translate into their local language. Second one is promotional materials like posters, stickers, which are provided by the Council of Europe. The relay is encouraged to carry out promotion for the day at national or regional level and through the press. Next one. And some facts about languages in general. There are between 6,000 and 7,000 languages in the world, with about 225 indigenous languages in Europe. Most of the world's languages are spoken in Asia and Africa, and Russia has by far the highest number of languages spoken on its territory, from 130 to 200, depending on the area. Most countries in Europe have a number of regional or minority languages. Some of these have obtained official status. Also, the United States has no official language. The European Union has 24 official languages, and some interesting fact about French. There are 30 ways to spell the sound O in French. The Chinese alphabet has 50,000 characters in total, and there is a language in Mexico called Ayapaneco that is in danger of dying out because its last two remaining speakers refuse to talk to one another, though they are now on speaking terms and have even opened a school to try to teach the language to others. And there are 12 imaginary languages in the Lord of the Rings.
What is the European Day of Languages? The European Year of Languages 2001, jointly organized by the Council of Europe and the European Union, was successful in involving millions of people across 45 participating countries. Following the success of the Year of European Languages, the Council of Europe declared European Day of Languages to be declared on 26th of September. In its day can participate next levels among policymakers, among the general public, and in the voluntary sector. Some history of England. Welcome to Britain. English homeland has several names: England, Britain, Albion, United Kingdom, United Kingdom of Great Britain, and Northern Ireland. For the 500 million people, English is a native language. For the USA, England, New Zealand, and Australia. As we know, London is the capital of Great Britain, and London, which is more 2,000 years. As we know, Britain is a country of tradition and culture. Historically, the subway around the world used the map, a scheme of London Underground created by Harry Beck as the basis for their own cars. Double-decker bus is an integral part of history of London. It's interesting that in early 90s, mid-20s, century wanted to change the color of buses, but the government said that people disagree. The historical reality of London is the black taxi. They look old-fashioned and clumsy, but in fact they are very convenient and reliable. Tower, one of the most visited museums in London. There is Tower, a living history, Bloody Tower, witnessed horrific scenes, and White Tower holds a rich collection of weapons. Queen Elizabeth, a UK example of living history. In 2012, Britain celebrated 60th anniversary of reign of Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Concluding the introduction to the United Kingdom can be recalled the great poet and playwright William Shakespeare, the famous politician Sir Winston Churchill, the most famous of British folk music, the Beatles, and sports idol David Beckham. Did you know this about English? The spelling William Shakespeare's name has varied over time. A source from William Shakespeare's lifetime spells his last name in more than 80 different ways, ranging from Shapley to Shakespeare. You can see such names like William Shakespeare, Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, Wilshire, Shapley, and of course William Shakespeare. Yes. In the English language, the combination of may be pronounced in 9 different ways. The following sentence shows this. According to the US company Global Language Monitor, a new word in English is created about 98 times. The word possible dropped in literally used by 50% of course the 20th century. The hardest tongue twister in the world is the 6 shape 6 shape C. Is listed by the Guinness Book of Records. The word like can be used as noun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, participle, hedge, interjection, and notative.
Hello, my name is Andre, and today I'd like to tell you about the European Dare languages. To start with, as we all know, Europe is very rich with languages, and there are over 200 different languages on which people speak and talk and write. Well, also people and families who came from other parts of our planet speak and talk on them too. Next. Well, you may ask me, what is it? Well, to start with, the European Day of Languages is the 26th September, proclaimed by the Council of Europe and organized on December 6th by the Council of Europe and European Union. Next. Now I'd like to tell you about the main objectives of this day. The first one is to encourage language learning across Europe. This means that this day lets people to know traditions and some national things of other languages. The other one is to promote the rich linguistic diversity of all Europe. And the last one is to encourage lifelong language learning in school and out of it. This means that this day encourages people to learn languages not only in school, but also in their daily routine too. Next. How can you take part in this day? Well, the first way is to play online games on the official site. You can pass a quiz, you can make tests and things, something like this. Then another way is to organize some kind of festival or an event for promotion some languages and traditions of some countries. for example, music or dance festivals. And the last one is that social networks may help you too. You can join different groups in social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, and other ones, and meet with its members. Yeah. As I know, in Ireland people celebrate this specifically. Well, the day of Irish celebration is called Leigh-Gras. It is celebrated on 26th September, and the National Relay for Ireland launched two exciting competitions this day, which are aimed to make this day better. Well, the first one is aimed to make a logo of the European Day of Languages in Ireland, while the second one is aimed to fill the entire streets of Ireland with some shop fronts and advertisements in different languages. Now some interesting facts. Well, it was interesting for me to learn that many languages has same words with different meanings. For example, word angel in English means sting in Dutch language and fishing rod in German language. Then it was really interesting too that official website has official information base with different words, and if you want, you can add your own lovely word in this base and its meaning on some languages. And the last one, I was amazed by the fact that because of immigrants, many capitals of Europe have dozens or even hundreds of languages. For example, only in London people speak over 300 languages, including Arabian, Turkish, Hindi, and others. All in all, I'd like to say that it's really important to learn languages, and we should encourage other people to do this, because knowing languages is one of the most interesting part and one of the most interesting and important part of many people's life and future. Well, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, good.